Can I tell you how? Huh? What's that all about? Now I've got a. Now I've got an echo. No! Hey, I hope you can hear me. Oh man, like, can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? And do I sound normal, or do I still sound like a chipmunk? Because everything is messed up. All right, yay, nice, good. Thank you. All right. I suppose we're back. So I guess my does everything sound normal now, including my nice. Yeah, the echo's gone, but as long as you can hear me, that's fine. That's fine. But we're gonna have to check something out. So I'm gonna play something real quick. Tell me if you can hear it. If you can hear it, that's great. If you can't, the whole thing's gone to hell because there's not much I can do. Ah, darn it. Wait, now I sound like Barry White. Sounds good to me. All right, let's see if this plays. If you hear this, that's good. We're in good shape.
Such quiet. So this is an identity check. This is how so you know who it is that you're dealing with.
Hello. Tell me if you can hear something.
You can hide the pain. I can see it smoke on your empty face, and I feel the hurt. It's in the words you say that make me want to scream out to the world for taking life for granted. And I know you are by my side when I turn to hear you cry. Hold that note. When I turn to hear you cry, I am so afraid. Yes. The identity has been established. We're good, we're good. We're gonna be fine.
Ha! I see. I sound like I am in a chamber. Me, just me. That's weird. How can I stop that? Oh man, it's like everything got messed up and there's not much I can do about it. Oh, there we go. I should sound normal now. Um, yeah, okay. So we're good. We're good. We're good. Sort of. I guess we're sort of good. I mean, it's gonna get weird. So, all right. So I just got back from. Hi everyone. Let me go through the thing and make sure that you can hear everything. I kind of think I have it now, but who knows? And everything I was gonna play, by the way, is out the window. So I had a very different thing planned, but I'm gonna have to it's almost like the first time. It's almost like the first stream that we've ever had because I literally have had so many problems trying to get everything working. But so, but anyway, I wanted to show off my new instrument. I couldn't get everything together in time. It's the only thing that's been working semi fine. Um, although I need a few days with it by myself, and I haven't had much of a chance to do that. So I'm gonna just say right now it's been a little hectic around here, but it's all getting better. So not complaining. So let me see. Let me see who's here. Oh, nice. Sending me loves here. Thank you. Thank you. Alfonso, DJ Trip. Nice to see you here. It's not going to go this time. It'll be the next one, DJ Trip. Promise. Jay the teacher. Sounds normal now. Good. Brian, hi. William, hi. Salvador, hi. Clara, hi. Vic 20, hi. Same thing. I got your video. I know exactly where it is, but I can't play it this week because I can't get YouTube videos to come through. So I will have to download the video and play it, which is something I wanted to do this week and I couldn't do it. So yeah, for some reason that part's still not working. Wendy, hi, especially Wendy's here. Steve's here. Steve, I'm having like major technical problems. Um, Ursal, Eric, Jose, Alfonso. Gosh, I didn't even look at the. I didn't even have time to look at the requests because I was like glued to this table for the last 2 days trying to get this to work, and it was working fine. But it appears this is what I think has happened, and I don't know how to fix it yet. For some reason, my streaming software seems to not remember all its settings when I exit. Even though I save them or do whatever, it doesn't remember all the settings. So every time I come back in, every single output and input is wherever it wants to be. It's all screwed up and it goes wherever it wants, and I don't know. It's wonky. So, and it doesn't help that my very advanced, very advanced sound card has routing options like you wouldn't believe. I can literally route anything to anything. So that makes it actually harder because it's hard to diagnose what's going on when you've got 16 possible inputs to 16 possible outputs going at the same time. I've tried disabling them. I've tried everything. So, but the Alvin version was an unexpected thing. I did not think that was going to happen, but I think that might be solved for the next one. And that could have been another reason why things were kind of wonky. But I don't know, because we did a stream test a little while ago, which was nice. And the stream test seemed to be working just fine. But anyway, but the videos, I have videos for you tonight mostly. So it's going to be all videos. So, but it's not videos that I downloaded, but videos that I edited from the show camera. So, let's see. What else can I tell you right now? Oh, look, so much to show you though. But hey, first of all, you know who you are out there. Thank you so much for my gift. I absolutely love my new sampler. Here, I'm going to show it to you again from the synth cam first. So look. So you can barely see it, but ta-da! This is my new sampler, the Wo-Fi. And yes, that's my voice. I actually recorded a little. Well, I'll do it again. Watch. Let's do some sampling, which is funny. We're gonna do the whole like. You press this button right here, just like that. See, it's blinking. Let's go back. See, that button is blinking. And when I get close to that button and I hit it again, it is now recording me. So it's recording right now. And whatever it records, it will play backwards because I set it to do that. But of course, we can do instrument type things. So I was going to do a whole little sampling session for you, but well, some of it's here. Let's see if I can pull something out. Hold on. This is fun. Yeah, that'll be fun. See this? Oh, no, you can't see it. Hold on. Metal thingy. Let's sample that. Yeah. And then we could put effects on it and do weird things to it. See what you can do with just a simple sound? That's what I love about sampling, real sampling, that is, where you just take random things and you sample them. So, anyway, this little beautiful thing that I have, someone sent it to me. So, a while back, if you remember, sometime in 2023, I got these postcards. Well, hold on, let me see if I can show you. Postcards. Let's show them the postcards before we play the next song. Yeah, that sounds good. Postcards. So, you can't see them. Hold on. We'll take the synth cam out. Oh, and it'll crash, but that's cool because I like when it does that anyway. Oh. So, that was the envelope that I had gotten, and it had those postcards in it. Um, which is really nice. And when I opened this envelope, it literally said that this was coming. Oh, the sampler's called a Wofi or Wofi or Woofy. I don't know. I keep calling it Kiviak, but it's not. Kiviak is who makes it, but the Wofi is its designation. But anyway, we're gonna set this down. Oh, look what else I have here. Well, I'll show you that later if it hopefully doesn't crash. We'll leave that right there. So, what a crazy stream this is gonna be. I can see how this is gonna go. But what I'm gonna do is I've been using my VSS 30 for a long time. Steve knows about that because it was his and he gave it to me on one stream. I have it on tape, but now I have two of them. And what's interesting is that while it doesn't do resampling, which you guys may not know what that means, but resampling means I can sample something on top of the previous sample. And while it doesn't do that, what it can do that's very interesting to me is do extremely long samples. So it's going to be an interesting little instrument to take around with me because it is battery powered. So I can actually take it out. Now, I don't think I'm going to take it on the road because it's a little bit heavy, but I will take it on some outings and do some crazy field sampling stuff, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So anyway, so let's talk about the shows because they were all really, really good. I really enjoyed them, all of them, and they were all special in their own ways. But first, it is Bandcamp Friday, and I have something for Bandcamp Friday, and I'm gonna show you what that something is. Um, because yeah, why not? I can show. Oh, and by the way, my shirt. My shirt was made by Kevin, and thank you, Kevin and Mai. I digress. I think I should we'll try sampling weird shit every time, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we will sample more stuff. I don't know. I want to save that now. Now, see, that's the thing. Once I sample certain things and I like them, I like to save them. So that's gonna be interesting. I digress. But all right, let's play one of the songs. So, well, sorry. See, this is going so long-winded already. It's already 8:30 and we haven't even done anything. How do I categorize and organize my samples? I wish I did it better. I do it, but I don't know that I'm really good at it. But basically, there's a drum folder which has all drum stuff, and then there's a miscellaneous folder which is everything else. But I tend to save the samples inside of whatever sampler I'm using on the computer, which means that it's easier to save things within a song that I'm working on and then not worry about it. I try not to like just accumulate samples anymore because it doesn't work. I'd rather work on a song and then have the sample that I'm using in it and save that with the project. And if I ever want to use it again, I know it sounds like a dumb way to do it, but I'll load up the old project or I'll make up an instrument preset. But obviously, with this thing, what's interesting about this thing here, let me talk about it some more because I can. And no, this is not sponsored or, anything like that. I am genuinely, you know who you are. You're on the chat, but I can't mention you. But thank you for this. Um, but this is the Wolfi. It's new. It's like literally brand spanking new. It just came out, although it's taken like almost a year and a half to get out. What's interesting about this guy is that it connects to a cloud app that lets you organize your samples and save them on the app. So basically, anywhere I am in the world, I can log into my account, put sounds into it, and then send them back out if I want after a sampling session. So it's kind of cool because it means you don't really need storage. And for the moment, storage is free. They're going to do that until everybody has like gigs and gigs of storage, I'm sure. But not that I trust that anyway. You can also save sounds on your computer, of course, and but it is funny. Hinky? No, wonky. I use wonky, not hinky. Anyway, let's play a song. Um, because we're here to listen to music. I'm pretty sure that's what we're here for. So this is about the shows. Let's talk about the shows again. Sorry. I hope that that I can't actually see how many people are tuned in, which is also weird. It's usually I can see how many people are tuned in. Right now it says nobody's watching. So I'm basically talking to myself, but I can see the chat. So obviously I know people are there, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting. Underground Radio on YouTube asks, can the Wi-Fi work entirely without a computer if you want? Absolutely. It does. Um, Memory is a little more limited that way, but yeah, I can store a really long sample so far. I've done so far. I haven't gotten to play with it a lot. I haven't done anything outside of the Wi-Fi. In other words, I've not even registered on the app yet. I haven't even loaded the app. Everything I've done inside. So yeah. Um, yeah, so far everything's been internally. So yeah, you can take it anywhere, and the battery runs for about 2 hours before you need a recharge. But perfect if you're going somewhere to do some sampling and do a little jam session. But of course, I can also get a battery pack too. But anyway, but yeah, it's wonderful. I'm really enjoying it. It's basically a Yamaha VSS 30 on steroids with a Yamaha VSS 30 emulation, which is even crazier. I can actually do really cool stuff with it. I'm actually very excited because, well, I'll keep talking about the sampler for a second. So, so one of the reasons that I love oddball samplers and why the VSS 30 was my best friend for a while and still is. Although, like I said, it's now going to be on steroids because I can feed it to this too. Is that sometimes rather than spending a lot of time doing synthesis, although that's okay, and I do that too, um, what I like to do is start with something just out of the blue. So like the jingling of keys, or I drop something on the floor and it makes a cool sound. And I tend to go um for that type of thing, to then form an entire song around it. Like I've done that a lot, and um there's some really good examples of that, especially on Electrodelica. There's a lot of songs that began with nothing but a small short snippet of a sample that then just grew. And Dope Beat Dan on YouTube. Yep, it does have an SK1 emulation as well. Although they sound almost the same, but it has that. And just listen. Gnarly. Gnarly. Yeah, you can go it can go really dirty really fast, which is what I like about it. And it has an unpredictability factor you can actually turn on, and it'll randomly do weird things, and I kind of like it. At first I was like, is this thing broken? But it's not. It's actually part of the, you know. But anyway, um the the three shows that ended off the tour were actually really special, and I want to thank everyone that showed up and went. And in some cases, I want to thank some of the people that didn't go, Houston, because it changed things around a little bit as to how the Houston show went. Because I guess it was right on not Christmas. Oh, it could have been for that matter, but it was right on Thanksgiving, and it was well, of the three shows, let me put it to you this way. This is what I think. I think San Antonio definitely had the best sound. I will say that right off the bat. I wish I had remembered to turn on the effing camera, which I didn't. Um, so that sucked because I have nothing from San Antonio, although San Antonio was a lot of fun. Um, I had Rhythmus there. I had Robbie Wasabi was there. It was so rad. Um, so to me, that show was technically one of the best. Houston was interesting because the sound was it was a little on the wonky side. Although I have to tell you something that I did do in Houston. I gave the camera to somebody else and let them film, which is great because the footage is good. And I also tapped the way that the signal was being sent, so I was able to get actually really good sound out of it, which you're going to hear. And then El Paso, by the time I got to El Paso was packed and it was wonderful. Um, Sound was great. Unfortunately, I had forgotten to offload the camera. So the camera was on, but I think it only filmed 3 songs, and that sucks. And I didn't get a shot of the stage, which was probably the coolest stage ever. So if you're from El Paso and you took pictures of the stage, please post them and send them to me, because that was probably one of the coolest setups that I had on stage. But of course, you can't tell from the footage I'm going to play because the ladders are all behind me. That was a show where I had like 5 ladders on stage, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, am I boring you? Anyway, let's play something. All right, so this one is from the Houston show. This is Automatons, and this is when I believe I gave the camera over to Wendy and she took it over. Now, anything that you may have complaints about, don't worry. It makes up for it in leaps and bounds. Just enjoy yourself. Automatons.
Just point.
Okay, okay.
And enjoy it. Or at least move your heads. This next song, I have never played live before. Just point.
Okay, okay.
We almost repeated that. Ah, see? The echo came back. The echo came back. The echo came back. Oh, I see what's going on here. All right. Okay. I kind of figured it out now. I think I can do this again. For those of you joining me for the first time, the stream literally started this way, all messed up, and then it got better and better and better and better and better and worse and better and worse. And then I mean, I had it down pat, man. We were doing everything. Now it's kind of wonky again, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I have to figure out how to keep setting it up in a way that it remembers my setup between recording and programming things that I do in the studio normally and or streaming. The worst case scenario is that maybe in the future I may have to stream from one computer while the other computer plays everything. But I didn't want to do that in this case because I have a really good sound card. I really do. And I've got 16 in and out, so I should be able to do something between those 16 in and outs to get everything going. But we are good, right? Like you can hear me, so that's important. We can hear the wonky sampler doing its job. Yeah. William asks the awesomest question ever. I was hoping that someone would ask. What was the song you were about to play that you never played before? Oh, yes. It's coming. In fact, it's next. I definitely am going to play that song next. Um, so no echo, right? So yeah, that was the good thing about these shows. I had, if you go on X or Meta or even Instagram, because I think I did it on all three, I posted the set list for all 3 nights. And by the way, they weren't consecutive either. They were a couple days apart, except for um, Houston to El Paso. I had to think about it. Um, Corpus wound up being sideswiped until April. So Corpus is technically now in 2025 tour, as is San Francisco and Chicago. So they will kick off 2025 if everything sounds good. Ah, nice. Thank you for telling me that, Salvador. Hold on. I thought so too. Tell me if this is better. Is that much better? Because I think it might be. So, because I'm trying to get, yeah, it's been very difficult to get everything to be working the right way. So I'm trying to, I don't know, things have been kind of funny, you know. But anyway, before I play the next song, look what else is sitting on my well, not there. I swear this is gonna be the worst stream ever. Ever. Look what else is sitting right here. Look, look, look. The book has arrived. Well, my my safety copy is what they call it, has arrived. And it, see how big? This is not your typical, it's not like the one that I did before. Although I like that one too, but not. Sorry, camera's gonna go crazy. Ah, swear. This is gonna be the worst stream ever. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, look, it's here. And all this is like what they call a safety copy. It means that I had to any changes I would have. This is the last minute thing that I would have to do with. Other than that, it went right into production. So it's on time. I've been assured it's definitely on time, and the book has arrived, and it is very pretty. I'm not gonna give anything away. Other than that, other than it's awesome. It's the new album as a book, comes with the download. And yes, you can pre-order it. I'll put the link, and I'll even show you what it looks like in the link because I have that too. And there it yeah, even that didn't work, did it? I swear, nothing's working. Book, and I don't see anything. Oh my gosh. There it is. Thank you. Oh man. Anyway, there's the book, and these are the teasers that I did, put up online so you can see it, Um pretty cool actually. And if you have the CD, that's the spread inside the CD, but not a lot bigger because obviously it's an 8 by 10 book. Anyway, so yeah, you can I put the link in the chat there that nobody can see because does the moonshot work? I haven't checked today. In fact, I got to be honest, like I literally spent all day editing these videos down because I wanted them to sound better. So let me explain how this works. So now that you've seen one of them, because it's going to get interesting. So in the past, when I would film using the stage cam, it was only for any kind of visual things. So what? My, you're funny, my. Um, that sounds funny. So, oh, the mic is. Did the mic cut out? Is that what happened? Or it wasn't me. Whatever happened, it wasn't me. I can tell you right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh man, it's a terrible stream. From now on, the streams are always going to be horrible. In fact, they're going to be called ABOX horror stream because that's what it's going to be called. I don't know. I don't know. I think. Oh, I see what's going on there. I see. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe this can be solved. Maybe this can be solved by raising its volume that way. So that should be much better because if I get an over on my sound card, it cuts out. Oh, I see. Oh, so maybe Moon Chat is set weird. Uh, it needs an overhaul. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do an overhaul of the entire system, how the cameras are set up and things, and go one by one because the variables in this room, just to give you an idea, for those that don't know, there is a camera that is overhead, which is up there on the ceiling. So the overhead cameras for some reason don't seem to be getting audio, which is why I haven't been using them. Then the other camera is the black and white camera, which is the same. And then, of course, the synth cam. There's two of them right now that I'm using. One is coming from one side of the room still. No, you should be hearing me right now. And then the synth cam, which is my handheld camera, which is that's the synth cam. And that one you should be able to hear me just fine. We're just kind of touring the room. But yeah, the only one that seems to be working correctly is the main camera. That's the one that's working the best. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Plus, it gets a feed from the computer and the sampler, and sometimes incoming phone calls and all kinds of stuff going on in here. It may seem like a simple setup, but it's not. It really is not. It's very complex. So the fact that a moron like me got it working in the first place is already, says a lot. But anyway, let's play another song because we better. And it should go fine this time. I hope. If it doesn't, I'm in a lot of trouble. So the song that I did for the very first time out into the world, I did it in Houston because that show was like a small, intimate show. And I thought I would get a little bit more experimental. And there were other things that happened on that show that were amazing, some of which I'll play tonight. But anyway, here's Diamond, which I did for the first time out. And I actually really enjoyed this particular performance. And when I come back, I'll explain. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, this is a different. Yeah, hold on. I think I fixed. I thank you for telling me that because I think I've just fixed a situation. I think I know what's going on now. Awesome. I figured it out. When I switch scenes, if that camera's audio also hasn't been switched to the new thing, it doesn't work. But anyway, let's play the song.
It's not even on the new album. Next year. It'll come out next year.
Hey, Claude. Hey.
2025, baby, let's go!
Do you want?
You still filming?
Yeah. Do you want?
So funny, so funny. Funny, man. Oh, there goes the camera. All right. So now let's try something. Hold on. Boom. You should be able to hear me. Sorry, we're turning this entire thing, this entire stream is how not to stream. But any camera that's missing the hidden element now should be working. I figured it out. I figured it out. So hold on. I'm gonna go through them all. Make sure they have them. Black and white is good. Um, this one we know worked because it was working fine. Synth cam works. It works even though it looks wonky. Overhead cam should work fine. Actually, I think that does all of them. Yeah, nice. So we've gone through all the cameras without a single hiccup, which is good. That's a good thing. Ah, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. So the story behind that song is that it was supposed to be, it was half an Animore song. So it was supposed to come right after Ever After. And what happened is that I ditched that project, and in the interim, I moved. And for whatever reason, when this happens a lot, when you do moves and everything, you think everything that you're taking with you is going with you, but it's not, right? I had a hard drive that I thought that song was on, and I should have been all backed up in 15 hard drives, which is funny because I'm going to tell you right now. I have crap songs, and I mean crap songs that I did backups of, and I found all of those with all their backups. But this particular song, its entire project is MIA, cannot be found. The only thing I have for this project is a few stems of the backing track, and that's it. So re-recording it is almost impossible because some of the drums were real drums played by me. So that's a crazy thing. So I can't go back and do it. It wouldn't sound the same. And there were samples and things that were stored with the song that, for whatever reason, they just went MIA. So I kind of put off this song for a long time. But I've always liked it, and I always thought it was going to work live. So what I'm going to do is keep working on the stems and keep trying different variations live. But I think in 2025 you will see some version of it. I would have put it on the album actually. I was that close. But I think it's a good song. I think we'll figure it out. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work itself out. Everything works itself out. And I didn't even tell you what the topic of the evening was. Because usually, if you're just tuning in and you're thinking that, sorry, I'm going to try something. This is going to suck. Sorry. I just want to make sure that can I see who's on? I lost the chat. It's so funny. Now I can see how many people are on here. So, out of the 70 or so of you that are listening, well, it doesn't always work out that way. It's not that I left it behind. I think what happened was, I think I thought I had backed it up and I hadn't, which is really weird, like I said, because normally with demos, I tend to have 4 or 5 copies lying around, and this is one of those cases where I didn't. So it was actually pretty bad. So I'm very happy now that at least I have the backing track, because that's a very important thing. But because of that particular accident, um, something new happened, which is I started to use certain tools. So I don't know if you guys know about this site called La 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 AI, which is a stem separator. It actually worked quite well. And I used it on the new album to reconfigure the song pieces because also the song pieces was all I had was a demo of it and I didn't have like a finished version. So some of the parts were even not even on there. So when we were recording, I say we, but it's me and my other selves in here. But when I was recording other verses, pitch for this album right here. But sorry, I'm being funny. But when I was recording this album and I tried doing those stem separation things, I realized that they could be put to good use for many, many different reasons. Aside from, of course, the aforementioned MIA song. I think what was interesting is that I was also able to extrapolate stems from even the stage cam, which is cool because often the vocal can't be heard. You can't hear the people singing, so it's like it's hard because it's a camera. But what I love is that the software is really good at separating things, and it kind of allows me to remix or rebalance the way certain things sounded from the live shows, and that's kind of cool. So I kind of put that to good use ever since. But that's why the videos sometimes take longer to edit. But that's part of the new technology that I do love is the ability to, you know, fix certain things. Sorry, I'm gonna switch to the other view. Oh, no, 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 we don't want to play that. Um, so yeah, so it's interesting to me that um, you can use this technology to do some really cool stuff, not just steal shit. But I digress. So one of the cool things that happened at the show in Houston that was really cool is that my brother showed up. I had spent what was left of Thanksgiving with them in a diner, which is kind of funny. We had diner food for Thanksgiving, which is funny, but that's what we did. So I did not have turkey this year or a traditional Thanksgiving, but that's okay. I never do. It just goes with the job. Um, so we had a nice Thanksgiving, and then my brother came to the show in Houston. And for those of you that don't know, Gary was in the band during the Hope era and Electrodelica era, and during that time, he introduced beatboxing into the live thing, and it was really cool. And it was something that kind of made us different because every time we played live, we would have this other element that was just different from your typical, synth pop thing. So it was nice that he came, and he wound up doing two songs with me, one of which I have tonight. And I'm gonna see if I can find, like, although Wendy was filming, it doesn't mean that she got it every single time. It's not her fault, by the way. I'm not saying it is. It's just that it depends on the angle of the camera if the audio gets it or not, because it's a camera. But in this case, it came out really good. So I'm gonna play a song that Gary was on stage. So he had no idea that I was going to ask him to come up. And what's also interesting about this particular track is that it's another one that I don't play very often. It's a cover. So not only did I force a cover on him, I basically surprised him with the idea of, like, you're just going to jam to this. And he wound up doing such a great job. Um, and it just shows how, we can work well together when we screw our heads on right, or whatever it is I'm saying. Anywho, um, so I guess I'll just play it. because we don't have a lot tonight. Because, like I said, there's certain things that are still not working. So all I have is videos, but we will see if this works. It might work. Back to the echo. This is called You Never Give Me Your Money with Gary beatboxing. That mic's not going to pick up that drum anymore. That's funny. And the echo. That's funny, man. So yeah, like so it was so unplanned. To give you an idea, it was so unplanned that we didn't even have a mic for him. So um, what we did is I took the mic that was the mic that was on the tom, and I gave him that microphone instead. So it was funny because I think the sound man was trying to scramble to get a good sound out of it the whole time, but it worked out. We also did Kiss of Love that way, which is really cool. I couldn't find it. So I don't know if the camera either that's the point where the camera was literally out of memory or somehow we didn't record it. because I don't know if I had the camera back by then and I might have forgotten to turn it on. I don't know. I don't know. But I have a feeling that I have it. And I have a version because I was able to do stem separation. I was able to take just Gary's, well, the software couldn't differentiate between drums and Gary, but at least I have drums and vocal. So I think I'll play that next week. So you can see what it sounds like with just the drum parts. So you can actually hear him beatboxing a little bit better without the music, which is kind of cool to be able to do that with a video. But I think that's rad. So, but I digress. By the way, if I say that, you know what it means, right? But yes, I'm going to have to go through a whole overhaul of this studio, and I'm so sorry. It's probably like the worst stream ever, isn't it? But yeah, so, but it worked. It all worked out, and that's what I like about certain venues and certain things is you can get away with stuff. Although, like I said, all three shows were very different. Guy with diamonds in the sky. That's funny, man. So, yes, yes. At the Green Dolphin, Michelle says. Absolutely. Oh, we're gonna play that song again, so. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Claudio B. Ah. Oh, that's why. Hmm. Are you sure? Wendy says, I didn't start recording until after Kiss of Love. For some reason, I thought it was before. But anyway, who knows? I may have it. And if I do, I will find it and I will, you know, I will play it. Oh shit, what did I turn on? Dude, I don't know. Like this whole thing is like just weird. I know my friend Claudio, we have the same name, is laughing at me the whole time now because I said I updated all the computers. You know. It's been good. 99% of it has been good. It's the stream part that's been sucking. Everything else, I swear, has been working so well that I'm over the moon. I've been able to install software that I'd been waiting to use for like the last 2 years, basically. But everything is working. But it's just a little wonky. I have to figure out like what the right thing is, and I think when I do, it's gonna be awesome. Ah, oh, that's right. Huh. So I gotta hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe I have it. Maybe I don't. I know. I know. Claudio's laughing at me right now. He's like, "You shouldn't have done it, man." A conversation for lunch, my friend, soon. But yeah, no, it's working. It's working. It's just a little. It's just a little wonky sometimes. It has to do with input and output. But if I can be a nerd, I'm just gonna tell you like this. Like I said, it's a 16 channel card, and now it is also the streaming card and studio card, so it's a routing issue somewhere. And the cool thing is, it actually has snapshots, so I should be able to snapshot different ways of like playing videos and whatnot, and kind of have it all automated, which is going to be fun in the future. Probably next week. That's the future I'm talking about. But it is a good thing. The thing I wasn't able to do tonight was to play songs that were outside of the computer. So like normally, like I'll pick demos and things, but for whatever reason, desktop audio is not coming through. So that's the only thing I have not figured out why, but it will be figured out. I got it to play this morning, but um, here, let me be adventurous. Should I be adventurous? I know people are looking like, no, don't be adventurous. There's a part of me that wants to be, but yeah, it's a little hard. But yeah, it's been a while. Well, it wasn't the first performance with Gary, but it was. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. Um, thank you for sending me stuff, Wendy. All of you, thank you for sending me videos. I am going to go through all of them eventually, I promise. Um, if you have videos that you took at the shows and you want to send them to me, um, the best thing to do is send them to the email address or to Meta, or hit me up on X and tell me where I can download it. I don't do apps on my phone that much, so if you send it to me there, I kind of can't download them. Can't download them. I know Eric took some really good videos. I know you're on there, Eric, so I'm calling you out, bro. But no, Eric was there, and I saw some of the stuff he shot was good. And like I said, if you were in El Paso and you took some photos of the stage, I'd love to see them, because I did not. Because I was too nervous to go out into the crowd to take a photo of the stage. So it's just what happens, you know. It's what happens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 1 second here. No, we're not going to play a video yet. So this next one, because we only have like 3 songs left to play, but this next one is from El Paso. And this is one of the ones that I actually really liked. I think it worked out really well. And so I think I'll play that one next with the echo. No, kidding. This is Where is Love and Happiness in El Paso.
Where is love and happiness? Come on, show me the way. Where is love and happiness? Come on, show me the way. That's all you have to know. You think you can handle that? I mean, you're working for free and all, so.
It ended right there because that's when the camera ran out of battery. Just like this stream. Yeah, so the camera ran out of space right at that song. Yeah, if a band in Russia was using lasers, they were probably using like industrial lasers that could cut people's heads off. Yeah, the lasers that are used for live shows are less than 2.0s, and they're safe. They're safe to use. That's funny though. But yeah, no, I would never use something that would, be harmful to someone. It's silly. But no, I have lasers too that are totally safe. But there are certain lasers that are industrial types that are supposed to be aimed up only. These are not those. But you know, I got blinded at an anything box show. Yeah, that's like the last thing I would need. Um, but I digress. Lasers. That's funny. Oh, I need that. Very good, very good. I I don't think you understand what I was saying. I'm not saying that was funny. I'm saying that the joke of blinding people with lasers. Never mind. Never mind. It went over your head, mate. So, um, but yeah. So that show was really cool. It was a very good show. One of my favorite songs of that night was "Dead Stars." It sounded so good, so good, and because there was five ladders on stage, I was gonna do all this crazy stuff, and I realized the camera was on, but it wasn't filming anything. And when I went to go take a picture, just a picture, mind you, it literally said memory full, and I didn't want to erase things because I didn't know what else could be on there because the stuff from Houston was on there still, so I didn't want to erase anything. Just means I have to have a spare. These are the lessons I learn whenever I do a tour. I always learn something new. 30 freaking years later, and you still learn things on every single tour. So this is the thing that I learned is that give the camera to someone else and let them film is much more fun than leaving the camera stagnant on stage or forgetting to turn it on, because that's something that is a newer thing, because we never used to take cameras on stage with us. Even in the past, we never did that. That's a new thing. So I started doing that when I started playing by myself on stage, is when I started bringing cameras. And in case you're curious, I'll tell you why. It wasn't even to film shows. The reason I would bring cameras on stage was so that I could scrutinize the stage setups and work out what went wrong, because when I was doing shows by myself, it was very difficult in the beginning for me. So the first thing I had to do was change the layout of the keyboards and the stands and all that stuff. So I had to figure out in my own way how to maximize the tech stuff on stage. So that's one reason. And then slowly I started thinking about, well, why don't I bring my DSLR too and just film stuff to film it? Wound up being a good thing. And I do love doing it. Um, so I do love it. But yeah. So anyway, um, uh, yeah. So that's why. So don't expect much from the stage cams. But every so often, when I give the camera to someone else, it's magic. So I actually do love giving the camera to other people to film. So, except for that one time in Chicago when I gave the camera to somebody and they just filmed all their friends getting drunk rather than filming me, which was kind of weird. That was weird, mate. Don't do that again. Don't do it. But anyway, I digress. This is the worst stream ever. If you guys only knew how self-conscious I am right now. I don't like having technical difficulties. What's funny is that when I'm on stage, I very rarely do nowadays have technical difficulties, unless a mic or something, I step on a cable or something of that nature. But, it seems to be, a whole other thing. So, but anyway, um, we're almost there. Cause let me see, how many songs left? Remember, what I said tonight is a weird one. Oh wow, yeah, we're at the last two, and I say the last two because these last two, they're awesome. Um, Probably one of my favorite filmed segments, and I'm gonna play them back to. I'm gonna let that one play back to back because it just came out really cool, and I kind of want to do that. Did I lose everyone on the chat? Because the chat seems dead. I don't see you, so if you're on the chat, say hi. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm by myself. But I see like it says there's like 80 people, but I only see 3 people in the chat. So I don't know if it's just me or if it's just freaking out. Anyway, which would be funny if the one thing that doesn't work right is the particular song that I want to play. That would be funny. Not really, but it would be funny. Nice. Thank you, Alfonso, for answering. Thank you, Lisa Mitt, for answering in stage. Thank you, thank you. Um, Thank you, Elizabeth. Jay the teacher. Yes, thank you. So yeah, so we're almost there. We're almost at the end, but um so thank you, man. Thank you, William. Thank you, Eric. Look, I'm telling you right now, it'll get better. It has to. Cuz this is horrible. And the funny thing is we didn't even talk about the topic. And the topic, well, I guess I'll tell you because we're almost at the end anyway. And after this it's over. Cuz once I play these next two songs, I'm just going to come back and say goodnight, but we may have to cut it a little short. But here's the thing. I always get um pre and post show depression, which is really funny. It's something that's always happened, and I thought it was unique to me. Like I thought it was like something that only I suffered. And so as we started touring, and once we had internet access and we started talking about it, because I tried talking about it to a doctor once and we talked about it, and they just gave me meds for depression, and that's not really what I wanted. But what I found out was that I get the blues right before the shows start because it's the anxiety of the shows, like, things that may go wrong, like tonight. And then the post show depression kicks in, which is it's over and now what am I going to do? And by the way, pre and post album blues is also a real thing. It's like I just got the books and I'm like stupidly happy and I'm like, but what's gonna happen? Am I ever gonna write something again? Am I gonna have another album? Like it literally, these are the thoughts that artists get, and I found out that I'm not alone in this. That everybody goes through it. Um, so that's good. So the sampler arrived at the right time because when I got back, um, it was the first thing that I saw in my room that I was like, oh, I haven't played with that yet. So that was like a good thing. And then the books arrived, which that was another good thing. It was like, oh my God, the album's here. So these things are good. And I've been doing a commute to Los Angeles in the morning, which has been fantastic for my mental health. I will say that that's been really good. Um, so I've been getting to like some museums and things that I've wanted to see in the morning, which is kind of cool. Although hanging out in LA is not as fun as you might think it is, but it's not the fun. The fun to me is like finding a cool place to work for a little while. So I've been taking my laptop and by the way, this is going to be the funny one for the people that are anti-software and anti-laptops. The most wonderful thing about taking my show laptop with me and hanging out in a really cool museum to work is that I can put on my headphones and work on music while I'm in a museum. And that's pretty freaking cool, man. So I've been having fun doing that, and I'm going to refine that in the next coming weeks now that all the computers are updated, because now I can run certain software that I wanted to run for a while. Namely, because if you guys don't know, this is the nerd part of the show, but I'm a big Reactor fan. I love Reactor. And so I couldn't update Reactor because I couldn't get the new version to work on any of my computers. Um, so I had no choice because that is my favorite, one of my favorite pieces of software. So, you know, Ursel on YouTube is asking a great effing question, and I'm going to answer it, but I want to read the whole thing for you. He says, was post-show depression less so with the rest of the band because afterwards you could decompress and talk about it with those that had the same experience as opposed to being solo? You know what's really weird? We didn't really talk about it much until, it's funny, I know you would think so, but we would be like, so this is something that happens, right? So you're at a show, the minute the show is over, you're going to go meet people, sign things, and do all kinds of stuff. Then you're exhausted because you have to do tear down and make sure that you don't leave equipment behind. So that's something that we would do. All of us would be responsible for our own stuff, right? Oh, I heard that. So what would happen is that, for example, after we were all done, we might have a cup of coffee together somewhere, like in the hotel or something. Gosh, what is going on here? And now the mic's decided to go crazy bonkers. Breathe, Claude, breathe. Just breathe. It'll be okay. But anyway, the three of us would get together for a little while, usually in my room, and we would just like discuss certain things. But the post-show depression shows up a few days later. So it would be like one of us would say, "Hey, you want to go rehearse?" And be like, "No." And then it's like, "Oh, you've got it." And so we always would like psychoanalyze each other in that sense to find out like what the source was, and we just all figured out after a while, like I said, pre-internet, that it was something to do with the show being over for some reason, because all of us would kind of suffer from it to some degree. And by all means, I'm not saying that I got it the worst. Sometimes Paul would get it more than I would. Um, um, and then we'd be bumming out for like a couple of weeks before the next rehearsals and whatnot. But what we learned, and this I think was Donya's idea actually. I think she's the one that initiated this. Uh, she would have us rehearse even if we didn't have shows. Like she's like, we just have to rehearse. So we would go rehearse, and the rehearsals would definitely help. So I kind of stuck with that. So I still do rehearsals even though there aren't shows. I will do rehearsals. The problem, the problem with um, the rehearsal situation is that right when I was going to do those rehearsals for this last bit, the places where I would go do rehearsals are closed. And I mean like permanently. One of them lost their lease, and the other one moved out and went to Florida. So I'm still on the lookout for the best new place to go rehearse. I haven't quite found it. But I'm all set to try a place that's in Los Angeles, which may be fun. Um, so like I said, that's going to be something I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to test out a new rehearsal studio, and that'll be fun. And I'm going to do rehearsals on the stream, which I've done before. And those tend to work out okay, and they make me feel good, and it kind of helps with that situation. It's not easy, but I do get into it. But like I said, having the sampler has been cool. You know I'm going to save that when I'm done, right? I'm going to mess around with that when I'm done. So, anyway, I digress. Oh my God. What time is it? Oh, we're almost there. We are almost there, my friends. So yeah, anyway, it is a bit tough. So anyway, hats off to you for being here and being patient with me. I did enjoy the shows. I will say that. These were probably some of the most enjoyable shows I've done. I don't know why. I was really into it. Um, haha, Jay the teacher says rehearse at the Vintage Synthesizer Museum. That would be fun, man. That would be fun. You know. So yeah, but no, I think what's gonna happen now is that I get a little time off. Not much, mind you, because there's shows already coming in January. So it's not like I get a real big long break. It's not a long break, thank goodness. But what I'm gonna do is kind of define what I want 2025 shows to be like. So that's gonna be the theme for the next couple weeks for me. Oh, William, come to Portlandia or Seattle next year. I want to so bad. We're working on it. I know we are. I know that this next year is going to be kind of crazy. I know I'm going to Germany in June. I think it's June or May. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be really busy in 2025. A lot of stuff, a lot of things coming down the pike. Um, in fact, new singles and everything because we had some remixes I was going to play and I wasn't able to, but I will do it next week. I will debut a remix that I got that is fantastic, done by DJ Trip. That was just insanely good, and I'm dying to play that. So I will. But here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna play the last two songs, and then I'm gonna say goodnight. But what I wanted to tell you was next week I will have it all ironed out. We'll have a nice like some semblance of a normal stream. But remember, you can always hit me up on X or Meta or Instagram and tell me what you want me to play on the stream, and I will dedicate the songs to you over the stream and all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff that can be done. Oh boy, this microphone is going freaking crazy, isn't it? Why? I don't know, but it's going. Let me try something. I don't know if I should. I don't want to touch it now. Something's going out. It's probably a tube. This is why I don't like tube preamps anymore, because tubes go out. I'm starting to like streamline everything. So I think a new preamp is in order at some point that doesn't use tubes. Even though I like them, but I can get the sound without it freaking out all the time, and it frustrates me. But anyway, thanks for being here with me tonight. Oh, you can't hear it? It's like the mic cuts out, like you could hear like electricity going through the microphone. But anyway, these two were shot by Wendy. And did a great job, Wendy, by the way, on this one. I'm so happy that I gave you the camera for this, because if I hadn't given you the camera, we wouldn't have these. So, this is basically two songs from the diary, which I did, well, the diary in a cover, but I did this back to back. I've been doing, like in this particular last leg, I did this on all three nights, I believe, because it was just, I don't know, it's something I tried at soundcheck and I thought it was awesome. And then I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to just totally ruin it for you right now and tell you what it is. But it's Because from the diary, but it goes into Love Will Tear Us Apart. And I'm going to play those two. And after that, I'll come back and say, good night. Oh, consider yourself hired, Wendy. Here we go. And hopefully it doesn't freak out on me.
These are two songs from the diary. These are two songs from the diary. Because you're alone, you left on And with that, I say goodnight. Thank you. You've been great. I will see you again. We will do this.
Look at here, we have an echo. An echo, I say. But anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm going to say goodnight. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
I'm part of it. Can't you see it?
Have a good weekend. 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 Have a good weekend.